here we go. Neca puts out amazing Predator figures like most of you guys know. And this is no exception. We have our special concrete jungle Predator. Now there was a comic book line called Predator Concrete Jungle, which was one of the first comic book series put out by Dark Horse Comics. But this has nothing to do with that. This is based off of the video game that was out for PlayStation and various other systems. And I thought it was so cool that Neca does so well, which means they'll just keep doing more. So in here we have the shoulder cannon mount. And then we have here his needle gun, or dart gun. I don't know. It's been a while since I played the game. I forget what they call these. But that's probably one of the coolest looking projectile weapons I've seen. I'd love to see somebody cosplay in this Predator. Now the neat thing about the game Concrete Jungle is while you play the game you can actually unlock different costumes. You can unlock some of the classic costumes from the movies like the City Hunter and the Jungle Hunter. And the Predators from Alien vs. Predator. There's this clave. It'd be neat to see somebody use that in the movies. We've got the plasma caster, which is very reminiscent of the very first style of plasma caster. It's pretty neat. And then, like Neca has with all their toys, they have all these little tiny joints that break easily, so I'm going to try not to break it. And attach this there. Okay, that wasn't so bad. We have an alternative hand. A little grippy hand. So we can hold on to this. It kind of slides that right up. But you get the idea. And then we have the wrist blade. Unlike other Neca figures, these wrist blades are separate. Alright, let's take a look at this guy. This guy is very unique how he has the chainmail. I don't really like the chainmail design. I think it's kind of weird. But maybe he got that off of some knight in the ancient times. I don't know how old this guy's supposed to be. But he's a pretty old Predator. His biomask is pretty neat. It's got the spikes on the front. So you got the Celtic Predator mask. But you got these spikes on here, which are pretty neat. And the blades don't retract, they just plug in to his wrist there. Pretty good fit. So there you go. Got his wrist blade. Pretty neat pose for his hand too. The other hand sports the exploding wrist gauntlet right there. Oh, he's got some posability. His knee is double jointed, so you can actually bend it at 2 different points and swivel. So that's pretty cool. I love his armored feet. The feet are armored like in the Aliens vs. Predator movie, but they've got this more medieval design to it, which is really neat. It's got a little skull trophy on that shoulder. And he's got an alternative head. So let's get out the alternate head here. Now the storyline of this Predator is that he was dealing with the mob back in the 40s and 50s, and the mob got a hold of some of his technology, and then because of that he got banished to some desert planet and had to have a timeout for a number of years. And then his clan came back and gave him the opportunity to redeem himself by having him go back and kill off the mobsters and reclaim his stolen gear. And in the game, the humans, they got a hold of the Predators' like cloaking technology and some other pred tech, and we're doing a pretty good job at fighting back at the Predators. So this guy has to come back in and redeem himself, which he does. At the very end of the game, you get to fight the Weyland-Yutani Corporation. Right before it turns into Weyland-Yutani. It's just called the Yutani Corporation in the game. And then you actually have to fight some xenomorphs on one level as you climb your way to the top. And one of the leaders of the Yutani, or one of the leaders from the mob, fights you, and you kill him. And then that's when the Yutani Corporation kind of takes all the mob's stuff, because Yutani and the mob had kind of a deal going on. Pretty neat game. I really liked it. It's kind of open world. Reminds me of Grand Theft Auto, only with Predator, with a little bit more limited ability of places that you can go to in the game. You're very limited in the level design, anyways, but still pretty cool. Each level, and there's a lot of them, has very set boundaries. You can only go to the edges of those boundaries, but you also fight synthetics. Giant walkers with synthetic bodies inside of them. You jump on top and rip them out. It's a pretty awesome game. The controls could be better, but if you haven't gamed Predator Concrete Jungle, Predator Concrete Jungle, if you haven't played this game, go out, buy it, play it. It's probably super cheap, and it's got this awesome Predator inside of it. Brrr.